What is up, beautiful people internet? I'm Wesley.
I'm Stephanie.
Wes and
Steph.
And today, guys, we're reacting to JK's camping vlog. I'm stoked. This looks like cold beach camping.
It does. Is it solo camping?
This is a very rare form of camping. If it's solo, cold beach camping.
Honestly, cold camping sounds better than hot camping.
Yeah, honestly, you might be right.
Yeah.
But I will say tepid camping sounds the best. Man.
Somewhere in the middle.
We're going to go camping this summer, and I'm kind of dreading it because we're going to have 4 kids, or not kids. That'll be a very fast couple of pregnancies. But the 4 of us with our 2 kids are going to be in one tent. Aww.
Aww. I'm glad he got to go just spend time relaxing.
I could see JK just deciding to live van life.
Honestly, yes.
Right?
Member most likely to live van life, JK.
Member most likely to become a vagabond, JK.
되게 여유롭게 운전하시는구나. 나는 딱 이렇게 바짝 붙여서 안
Whose car is it?
처음 모는 차라
Oh.
굉장히 되지만 안녕하십니까 여러분들 반갑습니다.
That's really cool. He lent him his car.
Yeah.
출발하면 돼요? 네.
Okay, so it's not solo. Nice.
자.
He's got to take them all with him on his camping trip.
It's kind of interesting hearing how they divide responsibilities at Big Bang.
Yeah.
So they do Bang Tang Bomb and Run.
Is JK just going to be questioning his whole life while editing this?
아우 고생하다. 날씨가 좋네.
It does look like a really lovely
You have
day.
no idea then what?
그럼 뭐 하면 좋을까?
When I'm editing us sometimes for the anime channel, the only channel we have with editing,
Yeah.
obviously. But I find that sometimes you and I also will do that, where we'll just kind of be like with our mouths.
Oh, no.
And I'll be like, oh, I didn't even remember opening my mouth at all.
Is that bad?
I don't think it's bad or anything. It's just
I would never
interesting
have noticed
how
if
you
he
can
pulled
like
it out.
subconsciously just kind of hang it
Oh,
open.
I feel like I go, oh.
I just open it when I'm trying to focus on something. I don't know why.
아 맞아 그거
Mouth
까미송
breathing.
완성.
I know, now I'm overly conscious of my mouth.
마이유거든요. 근데 이게 영어로 그렇게 표현 안 쓰는데 가사 중에 마이 그 하나가 비었어요. 원래 Hope You to Sleep Tight이라고 가사를 했었는데 2가
I didn't even see
I
his
don't
name.
even, I don't, still don't see one.
뭐 있을까 하다가 Hope My You Sleep Tight으로 해가지고 마이유 좋은데요. 조명이 너무 위계적이에요.
It's kind of cool when it's slightly different than how an American would speak.
Especially because it's poetic with
Yeah.
the my you.
It sounds poetic to me.
And it's the inversion of your mind.
Yeah.
요즘 구름이 좀 낮게 깔려요. 구름이 되게 이뻐요.
What do they say? You learn the rules so you can break the rules.
Yeah. Are the directors like not allowed to talk back?
Mini Cooper.
How far away are they driving? How close to Seoul is the beach?
I don't know. I thought Seoul was on the coast.
I don't know.
Which doesn't mean that it's got good beach camping.
아미들을 생각하면은 감사한 점밖에 없어서 항상 인터뷰에서 얘기했듯이 이제 우리의 존재 이유는 아미다. 그거를 바탕으로 쓴 건데 근데 뭔가 저기 그 분위기가 좀 잔잔하니까
It's very peaceful.
약간 여러분이 없었으면 4시간이 좀 뭐라 해야 될까 어떻게 흘러갔을까 움직이지 않지 않았을까 그리고 이게 만약에 사라진다면 이 순간들이 그냥 단지 꿈이었다면 그냥 그런 생각 하다가
You wake up one day and it was all just that would be really.
너는
That's a book and a half. That's an anime waiting to happen.
Especially for JK and BTS members because they've been so massively successful.
This has been most of their life.
And this was their dream. And they've
Yeah.
been actively working towards that dream. And it's even rare for somebody to achieve the thing that they dreamed of specifically.
Especially that young.
Because I'll say, like, for me, I don't have the same dreams that I had when I was growing up. I don't want to be the same things. Like, my dreams now are not consistent.
Yeah.
So it would be, for them, they've had the same dreams and they fulfilled those dreams. So it would actually be like,
Very jarring.
they could be, in a way you'd be like, oh, they could be living their dreams. Because I can say, like, I'm not living the dream that I had when I was young.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful for that. And I'm not completely living the dream that I have now, even though it's close.
Mm-hmm.
But for them, they're like living to a T and exceeded their dreams.
Yeah.
They've said that so many times. So I bet that would mess with you more if that's your situation.
나의 너다. 약간 이런 거.
I think it's cool. I like the title.
공개되면은 좋아해 주셨으면 좋겠네요. 좀 가사 벌스 2가
He and RM both do that. That. Have you noticed?
Head quirk?
Yeah.
힘들었어요.
Sometimes
pick up-
J-Hope too.
I'm sure they pick up a lot of body language from each other because they spend so much time together.
Yeah.
내 마음을 맞추기
I find myself saying things that my closest friends say.
Yeah.
I picked up a lot of your
He did.
movements.
Is he still doing drumming?
머리 한번 식혀야 되겠다고 씻는데 머릿속에 뭐 이렇게 푸식 지나가지고 씻자마자 나와가지고 뭐였지 하면서
He writes his songs in the shower. Or the lyrics at least.
아무튼
How cool would it be if BTS did a concert and they had like JK on drums, Jimin on guitar, Jin on piano, and even if it was a cover or
That'd be
if
so
it was
cool.
a different version of one of their songs or something, wouldn't that be so
that'd be
cool?
so
Or if they did it for Run BTS.
The Suga on the triangle. I'm just kidding.
Suga, what is? I know he plays instruments.
I know.
I can't remember.
제가 그 멜로디 쓸 때도 약간 너무 곡이 길면 지루하니까.
And V plays. We saw him practicing in the soup.
Oh yeah.
What does he play? What instrument was it?
Saxophone?
Yeah, I think saxophone, right?
Or trumpet.
It was
Trumpet.
either saxophone or trumpet.
I think
and
it was trumpet.
In my head, I'm remembering both, which means I've edited the memory.
I think it's just because he has a lot of saxophone in his music, but he was playing the trumpet.
No, and he played an instrument in his original audition too. I don't think it was the same instrument. We saw him practicing it in the suit. Maybe that's why we're remembering both.
멜로디가 여기서 한 구절을
Wouldn't that be cool, though, for a run?
하는 부분에 뭔가 그 벌스 1에서 프리코러스로 바로 넘어가가지고 이걸 멜로디를 잇는 게 힘들었어요. 해외 팬들과 우리 한국 팬들 생각해서 반띵했어요.
Really?
가사. 너무 영어로 하면은 섭섭해.
Interesting.
아 배고파.
Is there for South Koreans, are they annoyed when K-pop singers start putting their more lyrics into English? I'm curious.
I'm curious too.
I'm also curious what the fluency rate in South Korea is for English.
I think it's really high compared to English speaking in most other countries.
Oh yeah. Oh really? Compared to other countries?
I mean, I'm excluding like England and US,
Yeah.
but I think it is in one of the higher English literacy rates
Interesting.
in the world.
Okay.
배고프네요.
Like in the top like 20 or 30
And
or
countries I've
something.
been to in Europe, most of them speak English. Most people speak English very well at those
오늘
countries
삼겹살 구워 먹긴 해야 될 것 같아요. 삼겹살.
In the cities.
먹고 싶어서.
in the cities.
배고파. 배고파졌어. 컵뚜껑 갖고 왔거든. 아 그래요?
A cauldron lid?
기름 고인 거에 기름.
Just the lid, not the cauldron.
기가 왜 가운데로 기름 고인 거야?
I think that's the thing because it's cast iron.
That's cool. So the directors are legitimately going camping
Yeah.
with them.
I wonder if they did like open call and they're like, "Yo, who wants to go camping?"
Yeah, and they got to.
The way I imagine JK does, they're like, "Hey JK, do you want to do a vlog?" And he's like, "Yeah," and he turns around and he goes, "Who wants to go camping?" And these are the two employees who raised their hand.
얘기는 했나? 네, 안녕하십니까 여러분들 반갑습니다. 저는 지금 고성을 향해 달려가고 있고요.
Goseong.
조시영.
난생 태어나서 처음 해보는 차박을 이렇게
Oh, they're sleeping in the car.
하게 되네요.
He's at his first. Then there's more.
아 인스타.
Wait, wants there to be
꾸며보고
more.
싶었어요. 그냥 뭔가 하고 지웠는데 그냥 양치하다가 아침에 이러면서 다시 할까? 그래서 지워가지고
So he must have written the subtitles, but then did they get translated by somebody else into English?
I think so.
다시 뭔가 좀 멋지게 꾸미고 싶었는데 아니 그냥 약간 예의상 한 번만 다시 지어보면 안 될까요? 를 강조하고 싶은 마음에 아미님들아라고 했던 것 같은데 정이 없었던 게 아닙니다. 죄송합니다. 나니나나노나나 오히려 좋아. 더 친해 근데 지금 생각하면 그게 더 친해 보이는 것 같아요. 친해 약간 성 붙일 수 있는 거잖아. 그러니까 뭐 친구 막 어색해 그러면 야 뭐 종규야 뭐 민규야 뭐 이렇게 부를 텐데 친하면은 막 김종규 막 이렇게 그런 거 아닌가? 친해야 가능한.
Interesting.
I think the honorific system is so interesting.
It is.
Because it's not.
When to use it, when not to
Yeah.
use it. You can call somebody your brother, but they're not really your brother.
가평 휴게소에서 먹을 거를 잔뜩
And it has
사서
different weight than saying that in English.
Hey, it was service areas or rest stops in South Korea too. That's great.
테니까 먹방으로 브이로그 좀 바꾸세요. 먹방이요? 옆에 앉으셔서 드시면 돼요. 아, 안 돼. 휴게소 음식.
What if you're not hungry, but you're a mukbanger?
가평 휴게소 음식 어떤가? 운동해야 되겠네.
That's the problem, right? It's not a road trip without junk
너무
food.
좋은데? 알감자. 알감자 좋지. 호떡 좋지.
Is there food JK doesn't
사람
like?
많겠다.
Maybe he's like me and cantaloupe.
I'll say it's cantaloupe. I think he's crazy. A good cantaloupe, like a good one, there's nothing better.
There's no such thing.
휴게소에 도착했습니다. 오 예스. 뭔가 유튜버 된 것 같아.
Notification comment. I wonder if you like.
지금 아침을.
You think you'd recognize him? I don't think so. And he's got the mask too.
I think.
휴게소에서 뭐 좀 먹고.
That's a busy rest stop. Look how many cars are here.
I think. Okay. Does JK have a camera?
Yeah.
I think I'd recognize him if he had a camera, because the camera would make me look twice,
Yeah.
and then I'd be like, oh, tattoos, and then I would be like, oh, wait, no way.
And also just body language.
Yeah, I think I recognize the member's body language pretty well. Remember, we just reacted to Jimin's production diary, and RM comes in, but he's not announced.
And he's got glasses and
Like a
hat
big
and a
mask, and you can't really
even
see him.
his
And I was
face.
like, no, that's RM. I could just tell.
Yeah.
I was crazy. I couldn't
just
believe
by
I
how
recognized
he
his body
gestured
language.
his hands around.
안 먹으려고 그랬는데.
You just know people's patterns when you see them on camera enough. Or, see them enough.
카메라를 각도를 좀.
They're hard. Look how many. Do you see how many cars there were?
Yeah, this is busy.
오늘 날씨가 너무 이쁘다.
Dang. Let's add this to our road trip list.
That is not like the service stations that I know in US. This is amazing.
This is like a mall.
Or a grocery store mixed with a Starbucks. Did you see the coffee place? It's like a mall.
I thought it was gonna be like a gas station with a
Yeah.
vending machine.
Have you been to Buc-ee's before?
Yeah.
Is that what this is? Is Buc-ee's like this?
No, Buc-ee's is just a big gas station.
They've got touch menu ordering. That's cool. Do you like touch?
Whoa.
That looks amazing.
Those look good.
Our daughter would be in heaven with hot dogs and cheese on a stick.
What is this food?
Whoa.
Oh, that looks like tteokbokki with like weenies.
Oh, I thought it was cheese. I think you're right. It looks like the rice cakes.
I don't know. I can never tell if it.
Oh, what?
Oh. That's cool. Man, I want to go here just for the food.
Whoa.
Look at everything, Wesley. Oh man, I don't know what that is.
Yo, is that an onion ring on a stick?
No, it
spiral?
looks like a dessert, like a fried batter. What is it, guys? Please tell.
I cannot road trip in Korea, guys.
I would eat everything.
I would eat everything.
Look at that. Everything's deep fried.
Like for me, if I went on a road trip like this, you'd be able to graph my gas mileage going down because I would just keep getting heavier. It looks amazing.
He's got a bucket of chicken.
That's
He
the
looks
I got
so
a bucket
happy.
of chicken walk.
He's got a happy dance.
How can you not be happy when you have a bucket of chicken? There's something primal in us.
먹방을 해야 되기 때문에 운전은 잠시. 좋아. 맛있겠다.
Yeah, tell us what it is. I want to know.
He
It
probably
looks
won't
like a
tell.
donut thing.
He probably won't tell because most people would know.
최고시다.
It kind of looks like a spiral donut, like you said.
먹으면 안 된다.
Or like funnel cake on a stick.
Yeah, funnel cake. He's using the stick.
이제 뭐 해주래?
I love flaky pastry like that. Sometimes Steffi gets the pancakes to kind of have that.
Yeah.
It's so good when you fry the dough.
Chicken ganjang.
새우랑 닭강정.
We'd be in trouble. I didn't even. We can't eat shrimp.
I would have just thought it was chicken.
I didn't see any shrimp, and I
I
would have been
know,
like,
that's
"Dang, Steffi, this shrimp tastes different. I wonder what." Or sorry,
This chicken
dang,
tastes
Steffi, what did they do to this chicken?
That's the biggest thing I'm nervous about going to South Korea is there's a lot of foods we can't eat, mostly seafood type things. and
Yeah,
then
we can't
pork.
eat like clams and oyster, and
Or
we can't
shrimp.
eat pork. And I feel like pork's generally not that hard to avoid,
Yeah.
but sometimes the
But we can
seafood
eat
can
lots
be a
of
little
beef
sneaky.
and we can eat lots of beef and chicken.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they have chicken and shrimp together. In the US it's usually separate. Wait, what did he say it was? I'm sorry. Sochok, sochok.
It has the same double T
소스가 자유가 됐어.
as tteokbokki, so I
Yeah,
wonder
like
if you were right.
Ketchup all over the place. Dang, that was a big bite.
It's big bite type of food.
고구마 시킬까?
Sweet potato sticks. You love sweet potato fries.
That was my hangover cure in college was fried chicken and sweet potato fries.
That's a lot. That's like 5 hot dogs on that stick. That's a lot.
I'm always impressed. Hey, don't say you're gonna do a mukbang if you're not a big eater.
Is that a child's car seat in the back? That's so cute.
That's also funny because then it's like I imagine director had to call his wife and be like, "So babe, I've got this big work thing this weekend."
I'm going
And she's like, "Oh
camping."
yeah, what are you doing?" It's camping. You're going camping? And he's like, "No, it's for work. I'm going with JK." And she's like, "Oh, uh-huh." I'm sure it's a very, very hard and stressful job, but it's also a super fun and cool job also.
Yeah.
High pressure though as well.
Especially because like you have to do weird things. It's not really consistent.
For the right personality though, that's a pro, not a con.
Yeah.
You know how it is though. I mean, at the most micro level. Oh, we know this song from K-drama. That's in Business Proposal.
He's not just listening to his own music. Oh, here's the weather. I know. He remembers. He's like, it's so beautiful. It's for now.
선 내리고.
So raining while they're camping.
아닐 거야.
But they're car camping.
아닐 거야.
So if they have hardtop or just a really, really good tent, I think it raining lightly while camping, if you have the right spot and you're in the right type of structure, is really nice.
If you've got a canopy over you.
Yeah, you need to have a canopy.
기상 악화로 인해서 바라면
Tunnel.
만날 수 있을 것 같습니다.
Our daughter loves tunnels.
진짜 선배야.
She
Tunnels
always asks
scare
for them.
me.
She's always like, "Daddy, are we gonna drive through a tunnel?" And I'm like, "Baby girl, there's not a mountain within.
long ways of us.
A plane would take a while to find you one. I'm sorry, sweetie."
그 쨍쨍한 해들이 다 어디로 갔대? 날씨가 좋았는데 180도 변했습니다. 비 옵니다. 아 그냥 여기에서 그냥 옷 아무거나 사가지고 그냥.
Ooh, here's something fun.
That'd be cool. Swimming in the rain.
This is a personality question. I think would be really fun. On a road trip, what percentage of the members' songs would be their own songs? Isn't that a good question, personality-wise, for each member?
Yeah.
Typically, I'm curious.
Yeah,
That'd
I
be a
don't
fun question.
I don't think I'd listen to my own music.
시사권을 갖고 오긴 했으니까. 그래, 거기 바닷가 바로 앞이니까.
Yeah, but we don't have bangers like Dynamite.
I don't know.
We have bangers like Fire.
I don't think I'd listen to my own book. That's the closest I can come to like.
와 이것도 힘.
I would. I'd be like, baby, read it again.
아 이거 그 여기서 할까?
Dang, it's wet. You see
Yeah,
that?
that's
It's
like
flooded. Dang, dang.
Oh, there's a lot of camper vans.
이거 포슬포슬 내리는데 포슬포슬.
Pussy.
It's raining softly, yeah.
야 이거 너무 신기한데?
Oh, so it's trailer.
Oh, I
Trailer
guess they
camping,
have them
trailer
behind
camping.
them.
오 신기하다.
Dude, if you guys have trailers, and if so, is it worth it? Our neighbor has a trailer. When they take it out,
Or maybe they rent them. You know, you can rent them. People
What?
rent out their RVs. Kind of like it's like Airbnb but for RVs.
that sounds sick.
It makes so much sense
That's
because
so
you
cool.
use it for like a month and
Yeah.
then the rest of the summer it just sits there.
So it's like a timeshare or a vacation cabin.
It is for
That's
RVs.
really cool.
Yeah, that's why they don't have one all the time. They only have one some of the time.
Oh. I was so curious because our neighbors just show up with this RV
Sometimes, and then it disappears.
multiple times a year, maybe once a month during the nice weather. In the
yeah,
spring and
it's
summer.
clever, right?
It's really nice.
Is that a good idea?
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
New way to travel unlocked.
We went hiking recently in a state park, and we saw so many people who had converted vans.
Yeah.
It was really interesting. Or they had vans with like a sleeping area on the top.
아 이런 데 오니까 좋다.
I thought that's where they were gonna be, but they were just picking up the camper van.
Oh, they're picking up the trailer. You're right.
This feels like the biggest car we've seen in South Korea in a while.
달려라
3 rows.
Yeah.
가이드 한 거 있거든요.
He must have lots of kids.
1분 남았습니다.
나 가이드 좀 그만 시키면 안 되겠나? 내 목이 아파서 못 살 거야. 인정 못합니다.
Oh, it's SUV because he's hauling, isn't it?
Yeah.
원래 그런 것도 있어요. 그 가이드.
That is
남준이
beautiful.
어디 있다 대 뭐 이러면서. 짜장면 먹으러 가십니다, 형님. 도착했습니다. 도착해가지고
4-hour
4 hours.
ride.
Dang.
갑작스럽게 안 좋아진 관계로 약간 좀 아쉽긴 하지만 여기서 할 수 있는 건 한번 이것저것 한번
I
해보겠습니다.
didn't realize it was that far away. I didn't think South Korea was that big, to be honest.
We don't know how close they are with staff members, and I'm sure it's going to vary
Yeah.
a ton, staff member to staff member, member to member, and stuff. But to me, at least, I feel like road trips are kind of high pressure social situations in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
If you're not pretty good close with someone
They can
already.
be easy to bond with, though, if you just kind of chat the whole time.
If you click, but if
Yeah.
you don't click,
Oh, then it's torturous.
4 hours.
좀 많이 아쉽네요.
Steffi was on a road trip once.
일단은
Oh, it's
왔고
disappointing.
Yeah.
Aw.
여기서
You talking about the one where it was a business trip and I was with
People you like. People you
I
do
like.
Yeah.
But my boss just talked about golf the whole time with the other guy. And the other girl who was there, she like kind of knew about golf, so she could say one or two things. But man, I'm telling you, 2 hours of listening to people talk about the intricacies of golf. And I'm talking about like, they're like, oh yeah, I was watching this YouTube video where this club, when it was rotated this sort of angle and this angle, they're literally talking about the angles. And I was like, I can't.
I'd be like,
I
I'd
can't.
rather be taken to the angels than listen to you talk about these angles.
It was so awful.
한번 할 수 있는 게 뭔지 뭐가 있을까?
Do you see the trees are wearing sweaters? Do you see that?
뭐가 있을까?
Wearing sweater. Oh, they do have weird
Isn't
things.
that
on.
interesting?
I don't
Oh,
know.
maybe that's for floods.
I don't know.
Maybe?
Also, they talked about every golf course they had ever been to and if they had been to the same golf course. And there was like 30 of them. It was just rude to everybody else in the car. Obviously, we don't know anything about
Whoa, that's cool.
살짝만. 됐어, 오케이.
this. I've never seen that drill bit before. That's cool.
JK007.
나는 몸 쓰는 건 좋은 것 같아. 귀찮은 게 싫은 거지.
You like
이런 거
being
재밌는
physical. I'm
Are they-
sorry
are they
he's
setting us-
disappointed. I think it looks cool.
Are they setting a campsite? Yeah, but if you have a vision in your head for what you want the beach day to be like, I
Yeah.
get that. It sucks too because you can't really change plans on the fly with stuff like this when
When you-
weather's not
Done
Oh,
4
that's
hours. It is what it is.
And especially someone as busy as JK and the
Yeah.
staff members, they can't reschedule.
Dang.
최고만.
The RV looks way bigger inside than it does outside.
It kind of feels like we're doing New Zealand Bon Voyage solo JK edition.
Whoa, that
Whoa, whoa,
rolls. What a clever way to get water so you don't have to carry it.
That's so clever. That's awesome.
That's freaking
Of
genius.
course, JK is like, yeah, no, I disagree. I like having to carry it. Here,
Well,
workout.
it's empty.
아, 별거 아니에요.
That is really cool.
This is
That
really
is so
cool. Whoa, is that all trash? Is that all trash?
I think
That's
so.
a lot.
Must be a pretty popular spot.
That's really cool.
오, 신기하다. 이렇게 쓰는구나. 오케이.
I'm glad they have an expert with it. I feel like it would take us forever. Like, okay, how do we get water? How do we do this? I think we would just be stressed
YouTube.
out trying to figure it out.
We'd
Yeah.
have to like make sure we didn't run out of data because we'd be looking up how to do stuff over and over on YouTube. Okay, so they're not super far out into the boonies because they're driving over to groceries.
Interesting that to me, I would have picked up groceries before I left. But it makes sense the food will be fresher
Because
if
meat.
they pick it up there.
meat.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they would have had to bring coolers and all types of.
Which I would have
difficult-
done. Because I don't know, I'm always scared. Like, what if they don't have what I want when I get there? Hey.
I don't know. If we were doing a barbecue, I wouldn't be so worried about it.
Yeah.
이 정도면 충분히 먹지 않나?
If we're not going way out into the middle of nowhere. I think
know.
we always think because
It-
U.S. is such a big landmass and it's so spread out, and we
Yeah.
have just like population centers, and then you can drive 4 hours away, and you're like.
Yeah, you could be in the middle of nowhere. There might not be a good grocery store
But
nearby.
South Korea is way more densely populated than U.S. is.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, and I don't think that's just Seoul. I think that's in general. Like there's more portions of it where there are cities
Yeah.
compared to the landmass.
But like where your grandparents live or where my grandparents live, you have to drive at least 15 minutes to get to a grocery store. And that's where they live. That's not even like
Yeah.
a vacation spot.
I think for my grandparents it's like 20. It's quite far,
신라면도 진짜 맛있거든요.
but they have good ass ice cream there, so it's worth it.
They do.
한 마리 줘 먹을까?
Shout out Bluebell Ice Cream. Why do they keep starring that word?
Maybe it's brand.
Oh.
No free brand deals. Especially because we've seen them do a ramen brand deal before.
Yeah.
데미지겠다.
Ooh,
What is that?
What'd they get? They fireworks? Glow sticks?
You see, they had boxes for people to take groceries away in.
Yeah.
That was cool. We have a store like that called Aldi here, but most of them mocha pot.
야, 이 감성이 있다, 감성이. 좋다.
TK.
Do you remember what mine's called? I have a coffee thingy I make coffee with.
I don't know, but this looks gourmet even though I know it's camping coffee.
Oh, I have a French press. That's what I've got.
Oh,
I have a
yeah.
French press.
잘라야 돼요? 아니 걔 먼저 밑에 한두개 까지.
Where'd they get firewood? Did they just sell that at every grocery store?
They sell it at our grocery store too.
야,
Yeah.
다잘돼 있네.
I'm glad they dress for the weather though. They got
Yeah.
gloves and stuff. That's good.
야, 좋다. 내가 수영을 할 생각을 했다니.
No, that'd be so
Not in this
cold.
weather.
했으면 좋겠다.
Really?
Honestly, though, if it's the type of year where there's this kind of weather, it would still be so cold, even if it was sunny.
Yeah.
저는 좀 캠핑하는 사람 같아.
You do. I think he does.
Totally.
아, 근데 여기에 진짜 맛들리면은 진짜 어디든 가고 싶겠다.
I feel like once you have a system for how to do it, that's most of the barrier with camping.
Yeah.
Once you know how to set up the tent, when you know how you're gonna get the stuff there, and kind of have a system.
Wesley doesn't like it because he doesn't like smelling like smoke.
I don't know why.
It bothers him.
I don't really like the smell of smoke very much.
He's been wearing the mask all day, but not on his face. It's just an accessory.
I think it's so we can pull it up if there's people that come around.
Ah. We just haven't seen him pull it up.
He had it in the store and in the
Oh, did he? Oh, I didn't even notice.
service area.
I'm not very observant.
This looks really peaceful and relaxing, though, even though it is.
Yeah, I'm surprised the directors aren't like chatting with him more. Maybe they cut that out. That's a cool
Maybe they
shot.
wanted to give him some peace and quiet.
That's an aesthetic shot.
When they cut, though, for a second, I thought JK was peeing.
It does look
Just
a little
the-
bit like it.
좀 있으면 고기 먹을 예정이고 날씨가 썩 나쁘진 않아요. 바다.
How many times do you think he's got his ears pierced?
바다.
Instances or holes?
Holes.
오랜만에 카메라.
That looks like 4.
I think I thought JK had some septum piercings in later as well.
전 재미가 없는 사람이라.
You're a chill, relaxing person. That's okay.
That's so not true, though. JK is fun. He's hype.
Yeah. It just depends on, like, his mood.
Yeah. And stimulus.
Is he being introspective, JK, or is he being, let's go bungee jumping?
High activity and then rest.
심심한데 라이브는 할까요?
You think he sleeps with all these earrings in?
뭔가 밖에서 하는 V 라이브가 처음이니까.
I have no idea about the logistics of sleeping with earrings. I've never had a piercing.
I can stab you with a needle later.
Oh, I have had a piercing. I had Alex pierce my ear for a TikTok.
Did it
Remember?
close back up immediately?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He had to do it a couple times, too.
야. 야.
Why don't I remember this? Where was I?
It wasn't even the main point of the TikTok. It was just like we thought it would be funny.
I like how he's calling the campfire pretty.
You do that when we were at a fire, too.
Really? I'm like,
The fire's so pretty.
we're just pyros.
The fire is so special.
I like fire. Fire.
지금 먹까 고기? 지금 먹자 그럼. 고기를. 다 먹고 와. 술 먹고 와. 구입하고. 야, 이거 그냥 둘러가지고 기름 모이면 그냥 잘라가지고 그냥 묵은지 그냥 때려 놓고 그냥.
That's cool. That's clever. Do you get it? So you put the meat on the outside. As it cooks, you know how the fat gets...
Yeah, into the middle.
the fat turns into liquid and drips into the middle because it's the lowest point. And then
This
you can fry
lid-
other stuff in it. That's cool.
The lid is such a good idea. What do they have it on? Like a propane tank? It looks like.
아 이것도 있네. 버터 좋은데요? 버터 좋아요.
Who doesn't like butter? Our daughter.
Everything's better with butter.
Do they just get bacon?
엄청 세네요.
Our daughter thinks she doesn't like butter, but then whenever we sneak it onto something, she's always like, "Ooh, this is so good."
I know.
But she'll insist.
She
She's like,
doesn't like seeing it. I don't know why.
"Don't put butter on mine." Except bread.
아 뜨거.
Oh no! Scissors time!
Scissors. I'm trying to figure out what cut these are. They look like super, super, super thick bacon to me.
I don't know. Whoa!
Whoa, kimchi.
Kimchi.
Ooh. You know, I was thinking because we were wanting to do a mukbang or a video where we try some K foods for the first time.
Yeah, we have.
We should do kimchi too.
Oh, we should get
We
some.
should get some
yeah.
kimchi. That's obvious, right? That makes,
Oh,
no!
no!
Fallen soldier.
Because we got beef bulgogi in our freezer. We
Um,
gotta try it.
We're gonna try to get some gimbap.
You want to show up at 8 a.m.?
We just have.
먹어도 될것 같은데.
I will do it. We just had horrible weeks the last couple weeks.
That's true. What is that?
So if you have suggestions for things you want to see us do,
For Korean food, we have to find it first.
and if you're from US, let us know where we could find it too.
Other than Trader Joe's.
That looks so good. Is that soju on the table?
It looks like it. It's so weird seeing it like sped up so much. It's like just enough to trick me into thinking he's just moving really
Yeah.
fast. What are those little rice paper things?
I'm curious in the process or in the tasting what the difference between sake and soju is. Because they're both, from what I understand, they're both rice-based alcohol. But like beer and whiskey are wheat-based alcohol, and
Yeah.
there's huge differences. It's kind of like tortillas almost.
Yeah.
Like a little taco.
So like when Americans go camping, I feel like we don't. You usually just have like hot dogs, and then maybe you'll like if you went fishing, you might wrap some tinfoil around some fish and stick it in the fryer.
Corn on the cob.
Corn on the
on
cob,
a stick on the
yeah.
fire. I feel like
Marshmallows.
people often don't bring cooking equipment.
Yeah.
Sometimes the campsite will have one.
Yeah.
So, and if the campsite
Like a
has one,
grill.
then I've had burgers
Yeah.
or hot dogs.
But not
with
on an
buns.
open fire.
No, it's on burger on a grill. Yeah.
Yeah. Yay!
That's so funny.
So did like the camper van come with all the utensils and everything? Because that's pretty cool.
Yeah, now that you mention it, there's quite a lot of stuff. They had the mocha pot, the coffee cups, the chopsticks, the plates.
I think the hardest thing for me is cleaning everything up.
Yeah, when you're traveling. Sometimes I feel like JK has golden retriever energy sometimes. And I
Yeah.
feel like that same thing. Oh, this food is sick. I love this food.
Yeah. I like how he felt the new sauce. I did an even better job cooking later. What do you do when you're camping besides just kind of sit and vibe and chat?
Usually we go hike.
That's true. Play some games maybe.
I think it depends on who you're with and what you're doing.
Yeah.
I think often, I think the type of camping I would like the most would be sort of like BTS did in Bon Voyage in New Zealand, where
Yeah.
they were doing day trips and then camping at night.
Yeah.
I think
so
that
that's
was
like around an activity.
Especially if you had a camper van like this. And BTS didn't have enough members. Or sorry, BTS had too many members
Yeah.
to just sleep in the camper van. So they always also had to set up tents. But if it was just like us and the kids and we had 4 places to sleep, then that would be so easy. You just do day trip, then you go to a campsite, sleep in the camper,
Yeah.
and like have a nice relaxing, enjoy the nature, then go do stuff during the day. Drive.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
When I did it when I was a kid, would go places where they had like volleyball nets and we played volleyball.
Oh, that's fun.
All
That is
day.
really cool.
Yeah.
All day?
All day. Got very sunburned.
What were you on? Haiku?
Basically.
Oh, if you guys want to see our Bon Voyage reactions on our Patreon. Fireworks!
Or Haikyuu.
Or Haiku. There we go. This is
Marshmallow time.
what we do at camping. Steph and I usually have a pretty strict diet, but then as a result, I feel like when we do decide to eat junk food, we
Oh, yeah.
eat so much of it.
The whole bag of marshmallows.
And she's a little fiend for
I
marshmallows.
love marshmallows. They're so good. I don't know if it's a texture.
Like if you go camping with her, guys, you have to like fight for your share of the marshmallows.
No.
What do you mean no?
You don't have to fight for your share.
You better get them fast.
I always bring plenty so there's enough for everybody. You just have to fight to take the stick away from me because there's usually not enough sticks.
I like to light
You've
mine on
toasted
fire.
that perfectly. Good
I
job,
like to light
JK.
mine on fire so there's like the charcoal crunchy
want-
outside,
Cancer on a
and-
stick.
and then the inside is completely liquefied. That's my favorite.
I like
Toasted's
how
good.
JK did it. That is beautiful at night. Feels like it could come straight out of a music video.
And with speakers. It's also nice that it's private.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
I was surprised there weren't other people here.
Especially because there's so. Maybe it's because of the weather.
Oh.
They also might be. They were able to go on a weekday.
Yeah, probably.
캠핑을 왔는데
We were-
분명히
It's crazy to me they have good enough service for him to do a V Live out here.
I know. Yeah, good point.
여기 왔는데 오늘 뭐 먹었어요? 오늘 저 오는 길에 휴게소 들려가지고 뭐 좀 먹고 와서
But what was the donut-looking
야,
snack?
시내에 파는 이 묵은지가 참 맛있더라고.
Mungunji?
Mungunji?
비밀인데 술 한잔 했어요. 기분이 좋아요. 그 보라 색깔, 보라 색깔? 보라 색깔, 보라해. 손하트, 하트, 하트 종류 되게 많지 않나? 하트도 있고, 요 하트.
It's crazy that they're like, hey, sometimes you have to live stream for us. Like, that would just, like, because that's a skill.
See you next time. 안녕, 간다.
That's sweet. But the camera turns off.
And he's still charged. Whoa! Whoa!
I've never seen that before.
Whoa!
It's like magic. Why is it turning the fire blue like that?
It's Zula dust.
That is so cool.
That's sick.
I've never seen anything like that before.
짱 신기해. 미쳤다.
It's just powder?
That's just sick. You see the light in the background changes so
Yeah.
much, it goes blue.
멋있다.
Dang, it's still doing it. That's wild.
Are they just camping one day? yes. It looks so cool. Maybe that's what he picked up at the grocery store. It just makes me want to go camping. Do you guys like camping? We do tent camping, which is probably not the best way to do it.
I think that's why we don't go very often, to be honest.
Well, our tent's also way too small for all of us. It's a 2-person tent. We got 2 more people now. What? He's like, I'm going to be a magician with my magic powder.
Michael Jackson, magician with the one glove.
Yeah, I was thinking, why does he only have one glove on? That is
That is
really,
really cool. Dang, it looks almost like green
Yeah.
from this camera lens.
It does look like, I don't know, kind of the Northern Lights in a fire.
Yeah.
That is a good name.
난 삼겹살이 너무 좋다.
Now I want to know if JK did a better job cooking or he was just a little toasted. Because
Yeah.
food tastes so good. You're a little inebriated.
Do you see how long he leaves on one side? You'd be flipping it over and over and over.
No,
and
I've
over.
gotten better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Who makes the best steak?
You do. He makes good steak, guys. It took a while to figure it out, but you got it.
이제 여기 기름에 김치 튀김 어떻게 되는지 알아?
Honestly, his is better than most restaurants I've been to.
아까 내가 김치를 너무 빠르게 넣어가지고
Ah.
튀겨지는 소리가 들리세요? 고기가 튀겨지는 소리가 들리세요 이거?
The sizzle. I'm so hungry.
I know, my stomach's growling.
Ah.
guys.
The sizzle messing with me.
Watching
I'm so
other people
hungry.
eat is hard. And I feel like that's what we do every time we watch YouTube. We should be eating right now. I hope you are eating right now. What if we watched and ate at the same time? That would be
I'm
so
self-conscious
annoying.
about eating on camera.
Oh, yeah.
I want to. That's why I'm like, okay, I don't mind trying foods because I can focus on the food. But if we were eating while reacting, I would feel embarrassed because I hang my mouth open. Remember what we were talking about earlier? Yeah. What if I'm messy? What if I like? And when I'm not thinking, I feel like I eat too fast.
Oh, you see that oil
Yeah, that's a lot
on
of
the
oil.
kimchi?
Ooh,
Whoa.
rice. Nice. Ooh.
간장 살짝만 넣었거든요.
Oh, so good.
Stir-fried rice with soy sauce.
Ah, dried seaweed flakes. Nice.
Dang.
Delicious.
This
And
is
all
a lot of
that
food.
all that grease from the steak.
I like that they just eat out of that. Like, honestly, that cuts down on so many dishes. It's so smart.
And it looks cool. Feels cool.
I feel like that's part of the South Korean culture. Is they're not so worried about, like, having everybody having their own plate.
Yeah.
예, 자러 갈 예정입니다. 내일 아침에 뵙도록 하겠습니다.
The beach at night is so tranquil.
It
You
kind
can
of freaks
hear the
me out 'cause
tide.
it's so dark. Fire.
The vast blackness of the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa, that's beautiful.
야,
There we go. That's the weather you
You see, it looks like
want.
there's kind of a city over there.
Yeah.
지금 그냥
It's beautiful.
사무실은 많이 다릅니다. 구름 한 점
We didn't see anything about what the inside of the camping.
Oh no,
It's
yeah,
like-
we didn't.
전 당연히 이럴 줄 알았죠.
The whole time.
정말 아쉽게 됐습니다.
Ah,
아 뜨거.
Really? Today it's
해
hot?
뜨거울까봐 선크림까지 샀는데. In this world. 부었다. 어제 그렇게 먹었으니 불만하지.
is that a thing?
Yeah, it's interesting that they connect the food that they're eating to swollen face. My face was swollen when I was pregnant.
My face is swollen, but I thought it was because I didn't sleep as much last night.
뭐 먹어요? 뱀.
Honestly, bread and coffee sounds like a breakfast of champions. That sounds so
Just
yummy.
straight bread. I like sweet things for breakfast, and it's a problem. Like I like cinnamon rolls or like honey on butter on toast.
I was thinking butter on bread with coffee.
Just regular butter toast.
Either. Steffi likes sweet things. I like crunchy and I like fat.
I like sugar, and it's not good for me.
아 커피.
We don't do it very often, but I actually really enjoy listening to music while just being kind of hanging out.
Yeah.
I think it's really nice.
I think that's good because it's just like kind of away from technology, and I think that is really good for your psyche.
I think so too.
이 소리 나야 돼.
Just gonna fall asleep again.
Peak JK.
That's
I would
cool.
love that. I would love that. I love being at the beach. I love the way it smells. I love the way that the wind feels. I love the way it sounds.
I'm fine as long as there's no tsunamis.
아 이제 좀
That's what
드시.
I'm scared of. And riptides.
Woo! I've never used a mocha pot.
That's cool.
That's really cool.
It looked different. It looked like foamier.
Yeah.
This sky is gorgeous
올라오면
blue.
불 꺼도 돼요. 원래 칙하게 시작하면.
See those evergreens in the forest
Yeah.
there?
I'm curious if they're in the north of Korea. Like, did they go north or south?
Yeah.
'Cause I
4
assumed they were
hours, I
going
would assume.
South, but
Oh, they could have gone, because Korea's a peninsula. So,
yeah. Do you guys drink coffee?
커피 맛있다.
I like the taste, but caffeine and I just don't get along.
same. I love drinking coffee, but I...
And I like it again with sugar. So I refuse to drink without cream and sugar. I don't like it.
Do you, okay, this is our little funny caffeine story. It's not really funny. This is why we can't drink caffeine, even though we both like coffee, which is such a bummer. She gets nerve tingling
Yeah.
Like her
thought-
fingers go numb.
I can drink it every once in a while, but like I had to keep a food log for a while because I was like, what is happening to me? And every time I would start drinking coffee for like a week or two at a time, my fingers and toes would start going numb. And I thought I had MS because my cousin has MS. I thought I was like diabetes, like all sorts of different things. But then it turns out that it was a specific B vitamin. Its absorption gets inhibited when you drink caffeine, and that B vitamin helps the myelin sheath. So for whatever reason, I'm super, super low in this specific B vitamin, which I'm now supplementing. But when I was super, super low in it, the caffeine basically was eating up all the B vitamin, and my myelin sheath was getting exposed. So my fingers and toes would start going numb if I started drinking coffee for like a week or two in a row. And
That's insane.
And I Googled it. I could not figure it out.
It's
life
insane.
And I was like, why does my fingers and toes go numb when I drink coffee? It's so
Yeah,
weird.
it's
I've never
wild.
heard of anyone else having this issue.
It's so specific.
I know. It freaked me out.
And it happened multiple times too.
Yeah. At first I thought it was sugar. I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
It took me a long time to figure it out.
It's just such a weird specific symptom too.
So I'll drink every once in a while, but not for more than like 2-3 days in a row.
어 이세야? 가자.
Oh.
Hey, nice.
They're like, I don't feel like cooking today. We cooked enough yesterday. This is lunchtime.
너무 좋아.
I love sandwiches.
진짜 산 속에 캠핑 가면은 주위에 이런 건 없겠다.
You eat sandwiches? What kind of stuff is he saying?
Yeah, because they got ordered sandwiches.
I think this counts as camping.
평생 뭐 먹고 살래? 뭐 하나만 먹어.
Cheese enchiladas.
먹고 살래 하면 샌드위치.
Really? Sandwiches. I guess you can get a whole bunch
So
of
different
variety of
types,
sandwiches.
yeah.
Is a hamburger a sandwich?
Arguably, yes. I would say absolutely yes, actually. Not even arguably. Grilled cheese sandwich,
Oh,
Hamburger.
I could do a grilled cheese sandwich.
subs,
Yeah.
patty melt,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
hot dog could be considered a sandwich.
Reubens. Okay. That makes sense. I get it.
I also feel like it might
Good
not be
answer.
fair because it's a category of food.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how you're answering, right?
What is this? What is it? I feel like they did eat a lot of food. When JK was like, nah, seems like a lot to me. But he probably burns as many calories as I do in a month in one of his concerts. You know
Oh
what
yeah,
I mean?
I'm sure. I'm not.
I
I
guess-
never get
I
worried
wish
about.
I
I
could eat that
never
much.
get
That
worried
sounds
about
great.
BTS ever, ever. I'm like, if anything, I'm like, eat more, boys. Because
Yeah,
it burns
sometimes
so
I
many
think that.
calories. They're so busy.
Damn, what the heck? You gonna go jousting?
이거 알죠?
Oh yeah, the tightrope
Ah.
walking.
He could walk along the shadow.
That'd be fun. It's a good beach
Yeah,
too.
put
This
it
is
in-
fine, powdery sand.
Oh. It's beautiful. Guys, I'm gonna go to Jeju Island. Oh, the scrap metal. Where's he getting all these
Yeah, I
things
was wondering
from?
the same thing.
Those waves are beautiful. Aw. What if a giant wave came? Right then.
It's fun watching a guy walk in the background.
Yeah.
Too. Honestly, the scrap metal looks like some type of weapon.
It does.
It's intense.
Like a boomerang, a metal
Oh,
boomerang.
dude, yeah, the wave's right there. The tide's coming a little bit.
Ah. Or is there a drop off? I can't tell.
The waves fast forwarded looks sick too.
It's trippy. He's so proud of his handiwork. There's like nothing, and then there's that giant like apartment complex. Did you see it?
Yeah. Hey.
BTS ARMY FOREVER.
It's interesting because I've heard it costs more money to go up, build up, than it does to spread out, depending on where you're at.
Really?
Like in the city, it costs less money because the land is so valuable. But when there's like nothing around like this, I'm surprised to see it like a giant tall building instead of like a more of a sprawling short one. Aww.
You see the mountains in the back
Yeah, pretty. That's the weather he wanted. I feel like it was kind of cozy yesterday though.
I think it's nice that you got both. That was fun. Hey, nice.
That was a cool picture.
I'm surprised you can see it so well. That's
Yeah,
great.
he did a great job.
That was fun. That was a good ass vlog.
Aw, I'm
Because it
glad
was
he had
immersive.
fun. Got to relax. I feel like I went camping.
I'm
Got
hungry.
all the experience without having to do dishes, yeah, except for the food.
Yeah, we didn't get any of the food. What do you mean we got all the experience? I'm
No, We
hungry.
kind of got to live vicariously.
I
Got
want to
see
go to
lot
a
of cool
Korean
food.
service center. That's what I learned.
No, we tried to find Korean restaurants near us, and I looked at the menus, and all they really sell is like beef bulgogi, and then there's like everything else is just regular, like I would call more generic Asian food. So it's not like specific to Korean. I don't know. So
The Korean restaurants around us didn't have as much Korean specific
none
food.
that I've seen. Like all the different types of food we've seen through watching K dramas and watching BTS, it was much more like I guess standard
US
Asian
USified,
food.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was kind of bummed about. So we're gonna have to go to like a big city where they have legit food.
That'd be really
Because
fun.
BTS always finds good stuff wherever they go.
Yeah, but yeah.
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 No, well, yeah,
Well.
they go to the big cities. All right.
With that
Anyway,
being said, we
was
love you
fun.
guys. Thank you so much for watching. That was a ton of fun. And make sure you check us out over on Patreon because we're just starting a new season of K-dramas.
That's right. We're watching Vincenzo, which we're very excited about, and Squid Games, which we've never seen
Whoa.
before. So
And first
wish us
episode was
luck.
nuts, dude. First episode was insane.
Wish
and
us
we
luck
knew
on that one.
we knew the premise.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine if you didn't know the premise,
Oh,
it
your
would have
mind
just
would be blown.
blown. And it was our minds were still blown with the way that they executed the premise.
Yeah, it was really creepy. I didn't think that. Anyway, we'll
It's
talk about it.
patreon.com, just Wes and Steph.
It's only $5 a month.
And link in the description down below. We love you guys. Thank you so much for doing this with us. And we're so appreciative. We just watched Jimin's production diary.
Yeah, and we're about to watch the Disney show that they did. The Disney
show.
The Disney show.
This
The
is
Disney
BTS, and
documentary.
you're watching
Disney Channel. That's
no,
how it feels.
the new Disney docuseries. That's what we're about to start watching next week.
It's not that new anymore, but we haven't seen it yet. So come watch it with us. We love you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.